Yes, hello, Mary, it's MicheleMarieDalene. I'm at the soup kitchen this morning like I usually am. And I wanted to let you know that I got more of the kinks out of my leg last night. So I was kind of surprised at how black and blue it looked after I was done with the pulling, the stretching exercises to remove that twisted muscle fibers. It felt better this morning. I had like a pain indices of about 0.7, which wasn't bad. But, of course, I watched the soup kitchen, and that made it hurt a little bit, and that's not surprising. Concerning fact is that, like you can guess, my muscles were bruised, and really they need the kind of time to recoup, and they don't get a chance to do that because I had to walk here to the soup kitchen. So, but this morning I got some things. Now let's take a real quick here. It's holding its own. That's all I can say. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's hard to say at this point, but I can definitely say that in the right circumstances, my right eye looks okay for looking at things close up and stuff. So I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just to take a grain of salt. So Dory was like freaking out when she was looking at all the black and blue muscles in my leg. I said, "Oh yeah." He said, "Yes, not surprising. But really had no idea how many were twisted up like they were." This morning, as like I said, I woke up, I was like at 0.5. It wasn't bad. I really, I was able to get my morning routines done fairly comfortably. But ideally, I should basically be taking a few days break from walking here to the soup kitchen. I'm going to be obviously coming to the soup kitchen Saturday this week. And next week, of course, the soup kitchen is not open on Saturday, so that's one day I will be able to take a rest. Likewise, I'll be able to take a rest on Sunday of this week. Tonight we're having a live stream. Again, I had a couple people that wanted to be part of it. I'm talking about local in-studio audience wanted to be part of it. And so there's really going to be a challenge to get that to happen. We're going to use the same step as we did yesterday because that does allow us to read the questions if there's any questions. For those of you who did ask some legitimate questions and I tried to answer them and it got a little chaotic, and I'm sorry, and that happens. We're going to try to pace it a little bit differently. Obviously, if I'm answering a question from a computer person, I'm going to try to answer them first before I deal with the phone people. Conversely, same thing. If you call on the phone and you happen to be on the computer, be patient. I will get to your question. It's just a matter is that there's only so many things I can do at one time. Last night, some our guests asked us questions about the afterlife, which let me try to answer. It kind of got crazy in there because everybody was still talking about nasal discharges, and it was like, I don't think people really in the audience thought there was a really sincere video. And then of course we had people saying, comments saying that the videos are going downhill. Well, excuse me, but it's a challenge to do them the way we're doing them last night. And I think we did pretty good. It's not perfect. It's not refined. I mean, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a full crew. It's just me and Dory. And last night, my legs, prior to doing the second set of workout exercises, were really, really excruciatingly hurting. So, especially my hip. With my hip, not so much my lower leg. So now my hip isn't hurting right now, but it's the lower leg that's kind of pinching me a little bit. So I think I still got to get a little bit pinching out of the lower leg. So I'll work on that today. But ideally, I would really like to be able to take a couple days rest from walking around, but I don't have that choice. Dwayne did bring some of this milk here for me, because I didn't really feel like going to no Cumberland Farms to get the milk. So I got this. Just opened this one here just now. This is distributed by Diversified Foods, and it's got regular low-fat milk, vitamin A, palamate, vitamin D3, not a D3 and vitamin A I need. I noticed that looking at the vitamins are in here. Its milk doesn't have very much vitamins. Doesn't matter if it's non-fat or whole milk. Unlike from what I read about when I was a kid about milk cartons, it's really not that much stuff in milk. It's mostly vitamin A and milk fat and stuff like that, which a young calf would need, or a young water buffalo or whatever, or a young goat. So it's really not really much good as far as nutritional value by itself. But combined it would say something like the Carnation Essentials drink, and that gives you a quarter of the U.S. recommended daily allowance for about a 2,000 calorie a day diet, which will help to give you much needed vitamins and minerals. Right now, because of the recovery of my leg muscles, I'm gonna need certain kinds of nutrients. Electrolytes is certainly one of them, because the amount of working I've been doing on that leg and the amount of pulling and stretching exercises has really released a lot of lactic acid that was kind of collecting in the leg muscles and the twists back into my bloodstream. So my kidneys, I've been working really hard trying to get that out. And most people don't realize that that's the way it works. I'm glad it's not a pinched nerve, because if you study what a pinched nerve really is, it can become very serious. It's not that. But that's saying that muscles and tendons and ligaments ain't serious, because they can still result in, worst case scenario, being surgery to totally straighten out the muscle groups. So fortunately at this point I'd say I'm okay. I told Doria, so since I gotta go down and do blood work anyway, my case manager on the 4th, give me some time to see how it do, each week. Already I am seeing some positive progress, but like I said, the bruising is going to take a while to totally be gone. And now so don't expect that to happen overnight. You have twisted muscles for over 2.5 years. Don't expect them to be, instant solution, i.e. untwist them and then expect to be running a Boston Marathon. It's not going to happen that quick. All right, give me a couple of days at least, and we'll see what we can do. So yes, we're going to use the same studio setup today as we did last night, because it worked out well for a lot of the videos. We were able to answer the questions. We were able to have guests come in on camera, and it wasn't quite expected, but that's life, right? Totally unscripted. But no, anyway, but as far as people saying that my videos are going downhill, I don't think so. I think that my videos have kind of expanded into new areas, and that's going to affect us all in ways that's really different. All right, so for now, I'm going to see you guys at 5 o'clock. I hope you tune in. We'll try to take care of the phone calls and the text messages and all that stuff too. But of course, your participation is requested to make it better. And I want to cover, real quick before I forget, the vote that was supposed to be scheduled for the Healthcare Act had been postponed until today, because House members Ryan didn't think that they would get enough people at this point to pass it as it was written. I don't know what you want to call it. I wouldn't call it. They call it Trump Care, but it's not what it's called. But anyway, the point is that the new health bill thingy is going to be voted on today. And Donald Trump says, I have done everything I can as the White House here to try to work and try to bolster and rally support. There are some things in it that apparently that some of my callers did mention. I did look into it, and yeah, there is some things that are kind of red flags. But then again, there's a lot of reasons why they did done things. So before you start there saying that Donald Trump is the problem, please understand it was a cooperative measure between Republicans and Democrats alike. It wasn't just one or the other. Although it is mostly Republican sponsored, there was some Democrats on the bandwagon too. So don't blame Donald Trump for that. Also, knowns confirmed that Donald Trump was spied on by the NSA and the CIA agencies in November, October, November, and December, and part of January at the White House, at Trump Tower. So yes, he was indeed vindicated. He indeed was spied on. A lot of it was incidental spying, but some of the stuff, the unmasking of names, there's questions about the illegality of doing that, but oh well. We'll have to see where it goes from there, but there is no evidence any Russian involvement with Donald Trump. Okay? And so today we'd like to cover more of the mainstream news. I know Dory says my kind of channel isn't her cup of tea. We do have her channel style too, and I had her show you some of her jewelry and stuff. And you probably heard the microphones going thump, bump, 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 bump. That's because they don't have any acoustic soundproofing underneath the microphones. That's why we put the towels on the table at the end, was so that she could still mess around with her jewelry and stuff like that. And so for now, I'm going to let you go, as I'm going to drink my coffee. And yeah, we got more of those chocolate muffins again, so I want some more of those. Alright, so I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. See you at 5 o'clock.